Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, November 6th. This is Adam, and I am recording a commentary at 9:30 in the morning, which has got to be some kind of record. It is also Election Day in the United States. I know you guys are probably getting pissed off at me doing this, but please go vote. If you're registered and of age, go vote. Go vote. Go vote right now. Okay, so today's video, we are talking about the guns and attachments and equipment in Black Ops 2. What you see on the screen here is just some screenshots that I pulled from blackops2.com, and I'll put a link to them in the description. So I'm just quickly giving you a glimpse of the weapons. Some of them are probably not entirely accurate given where the game is, but you know, this is the best information we have. As always, you've got to take these little numbers, these dots, with a grain of salt. Maybe they've learned from past games and they've actually put these things, you know, sort of done the mobility, damage, range, accuracy, made that accurate. But in previous Call of Duties, these statistics that were shown in game were pretty much completely useless, if not outright wrong. So, you know, again, take it with a grain of salt. There's no information, for instance, whether accuracy it means recoil or what. So, you know, again, until the game comes out and we get into the data files and know what's going on, we're not going to really know if this is an accurate representation. But anyways, take a look. These are just the weapons. I don't have pictures of the attachments because there's so many attachments. It just got to be a little bit too much work. But I want to talk to you guys about them. Just go down the list, talk to you about the weapons, the attachments, what I think about them, and what I've seen through now probably climbing up to 15, maybe even 20 hours of leaked gameplay right now. So as you guys can tell, I'm a little bit obsessed with some of this, but you know, in what I consider a completely healthy way. So assault rifles. Let's have some Coke Zero and get started. All right, the first one, the M8A1. It is a 4-round burst assault rifle. It fires bursts very rapidly, which is fantastic. It's extremely accurate. Just so you guys know, I've seen a leaked video, which I'm not able to link in the description, which shows a recoil comparison for all of the SMGs and all of the assault rifles in the game. So if I tell you something about recoil, it is based entirely on that video, and it will probably be accurate for release. Okay. The M8 is ridiculously accurate, fires bursts incredibly fast. You can put it on full auto with the switch attachment, with the select fire attachment, and it becomes incredibly accurate and deadly. The grip doesn't do a lot for it, but it looks great. It's a little low damage, but it's great. Scar H. The Scar H is, again, it's a high damage rifle, which is good. What's bad is that it has a lot of recoil. The recoil tends to be a little bit circular and then straight up. The grip probably mitigates about 30% of that from what I saw in the video, but you know, it's a pretty substantial kick, and it doesn't have a real large magazine. All right, the AN-94. This is actually a very modern Russian assault rifle meant to be a replacement for the AK-47. The AN-94 has a unique characteristic where it fires the first 2 bullets of each pull of the trigger much faster and more accurately than the rest. Okay, again, this is a gun that works great with the select fire attachment. It's got a lot of circular and then upward recoil, but not as much as the Scar H, and the grip effectively reduces that by at least half, so it's well worth it. The SIG 5.56 is another 3-round burst assault rifle. It is more powerful than the M8, but fires a little bit slower and is not quite as accurate. So I think in the game it's called the SWAT now, but I'm not positive. The Type 25 is, as it says, fully automatic assault rifle. It has very low damage. The range isn't very good, but it fires super fast, and the recoil is pretty moderate. It's sort of just in a round circle. Again, grip reduces that by, you know, 25–30%, something like that. But that gun's going to be very popular. The SA-58, I believe, has been renamed to the FAL OSW in game. It works much like the FAL does in every other game. It's very, very accurate. It fires pretty fast. It's nasty. The SMR is a more powerful version of the FAL. It fires much more slowly and has a lot more upwards recoil, but it apparently packs an enormous punch. Okay, the M27 is a carbine. It's sort of an upgraded, if you will, version of that Type 25. It fires very fast. It's very, very accurate, but it's got low damage and low range. It's got a lot of muzzle flash, but very small recoil spread, so the grip is not really useful. That is going to be probably one of the most used guns in the game. Finally, the MTAR is, again, a fully automatic assault rifle. It has a fairly large recoil pattern, but it's circular and pretty predictable, and again, the grip reduces it. It does a good amount of damage, good mobility. Again, something that a lot of people are going to use. All right, the shotguns. I don't know a lot about them. The R870 is the Remington. It's pump action. The M1216 has a 4-round chamber, which means it fires 4 shots in quick succession, but none of them do a lot of damage. Then it rechambers, fires another 4, rechambers, fires another 4, then you reload it. The Saiga 12 is kind of like an AA-12, but you have to pull the trigger for each burst. It's pretty powerful. And the KSG is pump action, fires a slug. It has a really long range. It's really powerful. It gets a lot of one-hit kills in the videos I've seen. That's going to be really popular. Alrighty, now we're on to the LMGs. I have seen almost no gameplay with these. The Mark 48, the QBB LSW, the LSAT, and the Hammer. The only thing I can tell you is that from the very little I've seen, the QBB LSW and the LSAT seem to be the most popular two, or maybe the most useful of the two. But again, I've seen literally 3 minutes with each gun, so can't say much to that. Sniper rifles, the Ballista is the bolt-action rifle that you can take the sights off and use it like a Call of Duty 2 or a World at War sniper rifle, just bare. The SVU is, I think, an upgraded Dragunov, so sort of one of the weaker sniper rifles. The DSR 50 is a bolt-action sort of replacement for the Barrett 50 cal, and the XPR 50 is sort of the semi-auto replacement for the 50 cal. It seems like the videos I've seen, the DSR and the Ballista are really, really nasty. They kill really quickly, and they're super accurate. All right, the SMGs. The MP7, lot of straight upwards recoil. The grip, again, reduces that by about 33%, but one thing to be aware of here is that, probably true to real life, the SMGs have considerably more recoil than the assault rifles. Every single one of them, probably on the order of, I would say, at least twice as much recoil for the SMGs as the average assault rifle. They also have much faster rates of fire and much more ammunition per clip. Okay. The Scorpion fires the fastest in the SMG class. Again, the recoil is straight upwards and really nasty. The grip is useful and probably a must. PDW 57 has a ridiculous 50-round clip, shoots accurate at a very long range, and does not have a lot of recoil. It is going to be, I mean, it's going to be very popular and maybe one of the guns that I think borders on a little overpowered. The Shicom CQB is SMG I'm really fascinated by. It does low damage and has bad range, but it fires a 3-round burst. In that 3-round burst, you can actually hold down the trigger and it'll fire 3-round burst automatically. So if you do that, the recoil goes straight up and goes crazy. But if you feather the trigger, it forms a tiny dispersal pattern. So I think that's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a really interesting SMG, but probably one you'll only see good players use. The MSMC, looks like, other than the PDW, it's the best rounded SMG. The recoil is very moderate, sort of in a circle. Does good damage at range, apparently has good accuracy, blah, blah, blah. All right, the Vector K10, it returns from Modern Warfare 2. It's a popular gun in Modern Warfare 2. The description says it contains recoil mitigation technology, but the thing kicks like a mule straight upwards again. Grip is probably required. Very fast rate of fire. Okay, that does it for the no, I'm sorry, we got the launchers. I don't know about much about the launchers. The small and the RPG are exactly as they used to be. So again, if you're lame and you like shooting people with the launchers, more power to you, but I don't like you personally. The FHG-18AA is the new Stinger. It locks on super fast, fires the round super fast, and I think is going to be, if you don't have at least one class with the FHJ on and you're not shooting down air support when it comes up in the game, you are A, fundamentally doing it wrong, and B, you're a jerk. Because air support is going to be absolutely devastating in Black Ops 2. And if you're not prepared to shoot it down, I don't want to play with you. And that goes for me. I hate shooting shit down, and I'm going to make a real conscious effort to do that. The crossbow, they've changed it this year. It fires much faster, the reload is much faster, and the bolts detonate a little faster. There's also an interesting attachment that gives you the ability to fire 3 bolts at the same time, which looks pretty fucking awesome. Okay, pistols. The Cap 40 is a fully automatic pistol. It has a 15-round magazine. It's not very accurate. There's a lot of recoil, but it does a ton of damage and is nasty. Dual Cap 40s are just as good as most primaries from the videos I've seen, and they're going to be popular. TAC 45 is standard single-shot pistol. I don't see why you would ever use it. The 5.7 is standard single-shot pistol. I don't see why you'd use it. The B-23R, the Beretta, that's the Rafika from Modern Warfare 2. It's very powerful, has a long range, and is accurate. The Executioner fires 28-gauge shotgun shells, kicks like a mule, is not very accurate, but is really powerful. All right, look, I ran out of time. I'm going to do attachments in another video. I hope you guys liked this and found it useful. Thank you, and have